Hi, this is Kelly Isara, and I decided to do something different this time. I had a few questions about reading Lenormand, and this is just a really basic intro to reading a 3 card draw with Lenny's and the 5 card. So I'll keep it as brief and as simple as possible, and I'll try not to waffle on too much. All right, so I'm going to do a random hypothetical person or a hypothetical girl asking about a guy. So I'm just going to do, how does this man feel about this female? Okay, so let me just... okay, I'm doing a line of 5. All right, so I've already just gone automatically into my usual mode. All right, so let's just stand them up here. So in a line of 5, the center card is the most is the card that it hinges on. So the middle card is the stars. Generally, I would look at this and go house, garden, stars, sky, the mountain. This man feels towards this female a sense of stability, home, comfort. Stars could be a connection online. The knife cutting the mountain is removing an obstacle. You can, so I would read left to right. Generally, I would look at the whole row as an overall feeling. You got the house and the mountain, they're quite solid cards. The stars is sort of dreamy and about wishes and hope and that type of thing. The garden can be social and the knife is cutting. So overall, how this man may feel towards this female is he feels that she's quite sociable. Maybe she's sociable online. And there could be some kind of, with the knife cutting the mountain, I would just interpret that as removing some kind of obstacle. So maybe he feels like some kind of obstacle is removed, or it will be removed shortly. I guess it's not really strongly suggesting what his feelings directly are, but there's nothing really overly negative. There's nothing coming up that suggests that maybe he has concerns about this female. So let me do another few cards and we'll expand, and this is generally what I do. I'll then expand and go, well, how does he feel about her? And I just keep drawing until I feel like I'm sort of satisfied. So here we've got, okay, this is a bit harder. So then we've got the dog, the heart, and the cross. And so maybe he feels quite loyal and close to her. Maybe he feels like this is an important love connection, but maybe this love is not easy or simple right now. Maybe there's some factors going on. Heart and cross can be a difficult love, heartache. Maybe his loyalty is being challenged with the dog and the cross. So I don't know if I'm kind of going off track here. So I'll go back to the line of 5, and then I might go back to the 3 cards here. So with the line of 5, you can mirror through card 1 and 5 is mirroring. So you connect that, house and mountain. So that's a stable, solid home or a stable, solid base. You want to mirror, so you got the garden and the knife, so that could be fast social activity. You can do the house and the knife, or the skies, the house and the skies, garden and the mountain. So you're kind of mirroring each card back and forth. You can read Lenny's, generally you can read them left to right, but you can read them both left to right and right to left. And as I said, mirroring, like the garden and the sky, is considered mirroring. So, and of course, if you're in a 3x3 or a 9x9, sorry, like a 9 card spread grid, you can read up and down and diagonal. So here it's just suggesting that with the 5, your main central card is what is the focus. The cards on the end are what hinges upon that focus card. So I don't know if I'm making, if this is clear for you guys. Let me move the 5 card row, and I'm going to go to this, say, 3 card as a good example. So 3 cards are good because they will just give you a little bit to work with, but it still tells you a lot. So to me, this would say, how does this man feel towards the woman? He feels maybe some sense of loyalty. There's some really positive, loving feelings, but maybe there's some difficulty with the cross. I'm just shuffling in my hand at the moment. So then there's difficulty with the cross. You could have dog mirroring the cross. And that could be the man feels burdened by something, or his loyalty is feeling burdened or challenged. Dog in the heart is quite faithful and loyal. So I think overall that combination would strengthen the whole 3 cards. So let me just do another example of 3. I didn't focus on a question, so I've just kind of stumped myself. Okay, so here I've got crossroad, fox, and tree. Maybe I didn't clarify my question, which is why I got stumped. So I don't know if I was expanding on that draw. Fox and crossroad, you know, some kind of work decision, or reconsidering this person's options or choices. The tree and the fox is some sort of misdiagnosis, misunderstanding. So maybe things aren't what they thought they were originally. You got tree and crossroads, so it's about taking a different path towards healing. So again, you want to kind of mirror the cards, and the card in the middle is your central message. So it really does depend on what you're asking. I like to do a 3x3 like this. So I'll do, so with the 3x3, I do it in clusters. So I would do, how does this man feel about her? 3. What's he going to do about her? When will he make contact? And another 3. I don't know if you can see these. So you got one group. There you go. This man still, whoever we're hypothetical, this man still feels uncertain about her. So we said, how does he feel about her? What's he going to do about her? And the bottom row here is, when's he going to make contact? Right? Oh, sorry. So how does he feel? This is, again, a really social man. He might feel a bit uncertain about what to do about her at this time, with the dog, the garden, and the clouds. Now, the clouds shows uncertainty. You have the light and the dark on that King of Clubs. So there is a sort of a suggestion that whatever card is on the either side of the cloud will show whether the situation is improving or not. For me, personally, I don't really focus too much on that because I'm just looking at the card as the clouds overall. And the clouds just brings confusion. So what's he going to do about her? He's still maybe undecided with the book and the coffin. Maybe he's had some more information revealed, or maybe he's still searching for information. But with the clover, there's a suggestion that there's a second chance or a second opportunity this person wants to explore. What will he do about contacting her? You got the sky, the ring, and the birds. So he may feel a bit anxious about maybe making contact. Sky then ring in this scenario, or sky then birds actually, would be feeling quite anxious. So maybe there's something about reaching out makes him feel a bit nervous or anxious about this connection. So it really often is just about getting a general feeling of the combinations that are coming up regarding the question that you asked. The question's really important with Lenormand. So if you don't understand the cards, either your question wasn't clear enough or you have to rephrase your question. And often I'll find that the cards did answer me, but I forgot the question or I forgot how to phrase it. So this is just a really simple way to look at how the cards can be interpreted together. And if you are just starting, 3x3s like this, I find are the easiest. And they're the ones I still rely on today. I just do three cards for each question, and I do it in a cluster like this all together. So then I can see overall, okay, how does he feel? What's he going to do about her? And is he going to make contact? Because generally they're the main questions people want to know about their love situation. And so it gives you enough of an overview to figure out where things might be at with this male towards the female. And again, if you look over here, just like, you know, Clover and Book is about discovery, positive discovery. So the Clover enhances the Coffin and the Book. So again, you know, if the Coffin was on the other side, so if we did the Coffin, then the Clover, I would say, what's he going to do? Then the man would probably not do anything. And if he was going to do something, he probably wouldn't do it for about 2 months. So, you know, again, it will depend on, again, oops, sorry, it's really hard to show the view. It depends on the context, and it depends on the question that you've asked. As I said, you know, mice can be something, again, nervous, but again, it will depend on the cards surrounding it. So you always want to look at the cards surrounding the main one. You could also keep drawing until the man shows up. So you could keep drawing, which I'll show you. We'll see. I always do face down. All right, there's the woman there actually. But I'm going to draw until we see the man. Let's see what shows up. And then I'll just keep pulling cards until he appears. This is another way. Oh, let me see. This is another way of seeing what the man's intentions are, or whatever it is you're asking about the man. All right, so here he is. I've got him here. So we've got the man, the ship, the crossroad, and mountain. This was the row of cards that came up around him. That's going to be confusing. So then, let me put these away. Sorry, this is so awkward. All right. So this was the row of cards that came out next to him. So sometimes if out of all the cards you're drawing, the man hasn't appeared, then I often just keep drawing and drawing and drawing until he pops up, and then the row of cards that come after him. So we've got the man, ship, crossroad, mountain. So there's something difficult about this man making a journey. Maybe he can't get to see her. Maybe he can't travel to see her. And the difficulty is a decision hits the mountain. So maybe nothing can move forward right now. Maybe it's too difficult. So this is sort of suggesting that it's not impossible, but there's a roadblock. The mountain is more of a delay. The coffin is more of a no, I guess. So the mountain would be more of an obstacle and a roadblock, and you want to look at the time frame, 21, so that's about 3 weeks. So then you're looking at about 3 weeks delay before maybe things could improve or move forward. So again, it's just a different way. You got the ship and the crossroad. So to me, this would look like the man traveling to the woman, or traveling to see her, or if it's about love, or if it's just regular, what's this man going to do? Maybe he's trying to make travel. And I guess even at the time I'm doing this, it would make sense, because whatever's going on in relationships for anyone, it's going to be difficult for people to see each other with the traveling situation. But you just kind of want to mirror the cards, go ship, crossroad, man, mountain, which is a block. There's not much leeway for this situation to move forward at the moment. So, you know, and then you can keep going. You can do another 3 cards and say, when will things be improved? How will things be improved? When will there be improvement? When is an okay question to ask, but you want to probably ask how will things improve, because when you say when, timing is really tricky for most people. But if you say how will things improve, then you can sort of say, let's do one more just as we finish. So how will things improve? I reshuffled the decks, the cards that were already sitting out. So things might improve by, okay, here we've got stars, letter, child. So things might improve by some sort of communication, or some hopeful news between them. Child is small, stars is hope, news, letter is news, and the stars is like hope and direction. So it could be some sort of new direction in the way they communicate. So I hope this kind of gave you a little bit of insight as to how to kind of connect the Lenormand cards. There's so many different ways. I hope this wasn't too confusing, but I guess my video is going to be more connected or focused towards people that have some basic concept of the Lenormand and know how to sort of maybe put some of the cards together. Really, you just want to look at the whole row of what you've drawn. I would encourage you to stick to three cards or 5, if you're still sort of learning or if you're new. And to keep pulling from the same, if you've pulled cards and you don't understand, keep drawing and ask and clarify your question. Know your question, because your question is always answered in the Lenormand. It's just in how you phrase it or how you word it. So let me know what you think. Comment below. Was this helpful? Did it make much sense? Do you want to see more of this? Just comment below, let me know. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching and have a great day.